Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Red Barons, and today we'll be taking a little look at boom and zoom tactics in the BF-109E, or it really applies to any German fighter, and a lot of American fighters must follow this doctrine of fighting style. It's in a category called energy fighting, and this is the boom and zoom edition. I expect in a few more days for the turn fight version to come out where I'll probably be using a Zero or Spitfire, but this is the boom and zoom. And you might be asking yourself, what is energy fighting? Basically it's anything, any form of movement while fighting is considered energy fighting, because you have potential energy and then like relative energy and basically your current energy. So obviously right now I'm going like 200 some kilometers per hour. That's about as fast as I can go unless I dive, which I have the potential energy to. Probably not at this altitude, but I could rip myself. I get up by 4,000. If I put the nose straight down, I'm going to be ripping myself. So you have to be very, very careful about that. Some aircraft, especially the Yaks, do not follow this. They are probably a turn fighter and maybe slight vertical turns. But in terms of boom and zoom, your BF-109s and your FW-190s, P-51s, P-47s, all of those are phenomenal at this job, which is the main reason I'm using the BF-109E3. So step one to boom and zoom is you have to climb. I've got a lot of friends who do not like to climb because, well, I've got a lot of friends who don't really play ARB because they're like, all it is climb, die, and repeat. Like, they don't find it fun. And so this video is here to basically explain why you have to climb. Obviously right now I'm not going real fast. None of us are going real fast. We just took off. We're sitting here in about a 10-15 degree climb, a little less right now. But you have to do this, otherwise everything will be above you and you'll get boom and zoomed. And some aircraft turn better at higher altitudes as well, or perform better at higher altitudes. I know the G6 performs best around like damn near 28,000 feet. So obviously people don't climb that high generally. Usually, 4,000 meters, 15,000 feet or so, is relatively good. And this is lower tier, so obviously we're not climbing as high. There's a A35 over there. Yes, you must climb, otherwise you don't last long. Unless you're a ground attacker. Like, obviously I get some aircraft can't climb, but if you're in a fighter, you'd better be climbing. The other reason you should climb, is just so you can, see a whole lot better, and also you can stay with your teammates. A lot of teams tend to climb, and if you're down low or far ahead, you've got absolutely zero cover. It's best to stay together as a team, and energy fighting as a team, or boom and zooming I should say. Energy fighting is a too broad of a word for this, but boom and zooming as a team is much more effective than one person trying to boom and zoom whilst he can't watch his team's back. And you'll see a very good example of what I mean by team fighting. And this by no means is a high killing game, and I actually, at the end of the match, show a very good depiction of what happens if you if you don't maintain your energy and situational awareness. I mean, I had a pretty good idea, but it was too late for me to react by the time I saw what was coming. And my energy was so low because I climbed and turned out of the fight to try to get above some other enemies that were harassing my buddy, and that didn't end well. As you see, my buddy up here in a Yak 1, we're not in live comms, we're just close to each other, so I just told him I'd cover him, because that's what you should do. And Spitfire comes through. Spitfire should not have done this, because this allowed me to basically just drop in. And this BF-109 is probably one of the more maneuverable ones. As you see, I don't commit to that turn. I pull it back, go back for altitude. Yak 1 turns. Spitfire turns. I'm on my way back down. Spitfire starts to turn again. At this point, he's trying to use basically all of his energy to turn, which allows me to get in while he's moving rather slow. And after that turn, there's no way he's following me back up. I lose control for a slight second here. Pull it back around. Yak is still playing bait. At lower altitude, the Yak, I believe, has the upper hand. That's a Yak 1B, so get some good solid hits and a critical. Pull it back up for more altitude. Yak goes vertical as well, leaving this guy down below with 2 people. So this guy's having a very bad day right about now. He comes in. I try to get the executing shots, but just get a small spark and a clip. I go back for speed. I was going to turn, but decided to let the Yak go through. Spitfire turns off again. I've got more than enough energy to turn this around quickly. Come back through. Decide not to take that rollover and dive in at this angle. And the assist was an enemy kill assist. So, but that was very, very good teamwork. And this is the point that I make a mistake. You see those, the P40 and the F Buffalo go after the Yak. Well, I was looking more at going back to assault them, but then I see this F4U that's currently about 3 clicks out, a little over, and I decided to blow all my speed because I thought I'd be just peachy. But he's now at 1 click, so I fire some stuff at him, try to roll, but my plane gets so sluggish during that it doesn't work, and F4U goes up. I try to turn to avoid these shots, but again, I'm still far too slow because he had the energy and I end up getting set on fire. So, you win some, you lose some, and I did a fairly good job before, but the F4U did a better job, so that cost me my plane. But as you see there, if you use it correctly, you should have no issues whatsoever on doing it. But if something else comes in that's faster, this is what happens. Also, another reason you should climb. Okay, so here we are in the results. I got a couple thousand silver lines and assists, nothing too major, but it's a good clip to show you some basic energy fighting, and some good teamwork. Also, I didn't get my 200,000 silver lines. But that was that. So yes, in a few days, turn fighting tactics will come out. These are your Boon and Zoomers, by the way. Just all the way down these 2 lines here. Your turn fighters would be your Spitfires, not the Typhoon, that's a Boom and Zoom. But your Spitfires, Hurricanes, stuff like that. So yes, I might be streaming tonight on Twitch at Redzsteamswt. Link will be in the description below, or name actually. You can go tune in tonight, probably 10 p.m. or so. And I'll see you in the next video. Leave a like, subscribe, and have a good, safe day.